welcome back to a spread idea video on my channel. I'm so excited to summarize this year. I think we're all grateful to have it finally be over. So to top off your year and kind of remind you what we accomplished, I have 4 spreads which I used last year in 2019 and I'm using here in 2020. I think these are going to be applicable. I think you can use these for any year moving forward, especially if you have any like loose empty pages at the back of your bullet journal. This is a great way to fill them up. So this first spread is the 12-month review spread, and basically it's going to be a full review of your year month by month. The aim of this spread is to draw a timeline of the past 12 months and to highlight major events that occurred throughout the year. To complete the first step, you can look back at your online calendar or through your bullet journal and refer to them to kind of refresh your memory about what happened through the year. I think in 2020 we definitely have one major event that we all share in common, but I really want you to think about, small little highlights from each month to celebrate and remember. And if you have a habit of running a weekly or monthly review or adding, daily journal entries, this is going to really help you remember what you were feeling throughout the month and things that we tend to forget throughout the year. For each of the past 12 months, I want you to fill out the following 3 boxes. All right, so the first column is going to be for your month's highlights. This is going to be what happened that was noticeable throughout that month. This can include happy memories, events, milestones, major challenges, or major changes. And actually the next column is going to be about your challenges. So for your challenges, did you face any for the month? And then how specifically did you manage them? Did you overcome the challenges, or did you avoid them and kind of put them off? And then what you learned throughout or along the way. The last column is going to be for your accomplishments. So what did you achieve for the month? What decisions did you make? What goals did you achieve? Which tasks did you tackle that you were probably putting off? And remember that it doesn't have to be a big win to get featured in your yearly overview 12-month review spread, because even the small ones matter. Take grace, approach yourself with a forgiving attitude, and really dig in deep and remember all the little things that you accomplished. Now in this spread for this year, I did leave the boxes pretty small. I did that on purpose because I really wanted to make it more about kind of bullet note taking, just jotting down brief little tasks, because last year in 2019 I left lots of room. It was a 2-page spread for me to go really into depth and detail, but this year I kind of wanted to keep it short and brief, and then at the end of each of these kind of walkthrough videos as I'm laying out the spreads, I will have a section at the end of it showing you what I did last year. So like I said, last year I did have this go over 2 pages, and you can absolutely do that, especially if you tend to be a little bit long-winded. Then this is really a time for you to do a little bit of introspection and really celebrate yourself. Alrighty guys, we're gonna jump on over to the second spread I have for you, which is the year's top 3. And so this spread is very similar to the year in review. You're going to review everything you did over the past 12 months and just pick out 3 events or milestones and really highlight them in their own personal spread, and use the opportunity to kind of dive a little bit deeper into these top 3 selections. So you're going to have your accomplishments, your challenges, and your happiest memories. So for example, with the accomplishments, you're going to list what was achieved, and then you're going to list the skills that were used to get there. So an example I have for an accomplishment would be that you launched a website, and then the skill you used to get there would be, creativity, marketing, project management. And if you learned any skills along the way, this is a great way for you to highlight them. So in that same example, some skills you might have learned from launching a website includes digital marketing, web design, graphic design tools. And this is going to really let you, see that you have developed and created some personal growth throughout the year. Some things that, maybe, obviously I wouldn't put that I'm a digital marketer on there. However, I have learned a lot about social media content creation with my YouTube channel. For your challenges, you're going to list what the challenges were that you overcame. You're also going to write out the fears and obstacles you faced to do so, and also another place where you can put the things you learned along the way. And for the last one, which is going to be your happiest memories, which is the top row I'm doing here with the little thought bubbles to kind of be oh, this is something that I remember. You're going to list the happy memory that you want to remember for the next year, and then list why it made you especially happy. So this could be going to somebody's wedding, the day was perfect, you had a great time, and you even danced for the first time in a long time. And the reason it made you happy was because you were celebrating a special day with your friend. She's one of your closest friends, and the friendship matters a lot to you. And you felt that she looked beautiful in the dress that she was wearing, and all those things made you feel really happy. So once again, I did go ahead and take the creative liberty and spiced up this spread a little bit to add some visual interest. Like I said, the top row is going to be memories and little thought bubbles. The second one is going to be challenges. I left this blank to kind of give the page a little bit of a, some blank space, some open space. And then the last one is going to be trophies and awards for all of the accomplishments that you did throughout the year. This can absolutely just be 9 boxes on a page, and that's going to really help you focus and utilize the spread for its intended purpose. That's exactly what I did back in 2019, and it worked just fine. But, as the years progress, you do want to switch things up a little bit, so that's what I did for this year. So the third spread is the spread that I have the most fun with every single year. I'm 100% sure that you will love this. And it's basically the best of 2020, the best of 2019, whatever you want it to be. And this is a way for you to really take a snapshot into your personality and into kind of, cultural aspects that happen for the year. So I really want you to focus on what you especially enjoyed discovering this year. And I want you to pick one for each category. I know that's going to be really tough, especially if you really love books or you really love music. It's going to be hard to put one. Of course, there's plenty of room here for you to list multiple, but I really want you to focus on one thing. If you had to remember one item in each category for the year, what is that going to be? So this can absolutely be a list, of course, but I did add a little bit of graphics for them, and each category is going to be one book. So this could be a digital book, it could be a zine, or a magazine or something like that. It's just going to be one book that you read that you enjoyed this year. If you aren't into books, like I said, they can be kind of, one article or something that really inspired you and that you really want to remember for this next year. The next category is going to be one film, So, film can be whatever you want it to be. I kind of left it as film instead of going into like one movie, or one TV show or something like that, because maybe you don't watch TV or maybe you don't watch movies. It could be a YouTube video. It could be anything, really, but a video media, creation that you enjoyed watching. So one film, one book. The next category is going to be one picture. So if you do have a Kodak, you can absolutely post a little Polaroid in there or print it off the internet. You could also use this opportunity to describe it. I know a picture is worth 1,000 words, but do your best. And this could be like, just a snapshot memory of you in your cozy little nook reading a book or something like that. And just kind of, describe it and be like, this is where I felt the most at peace, or whatever you want it to be. The next section is going to be for one landscape. This one can be, looking out your window at night and everybody in their houses howling at the moon or whatever, just one landscape. If you did take more walks this year, then maybe your favorite place to hike and look out over the ridge. The next one is going to be one place. So this could be, once again, that cozy little nook. This could be your favorite coffee shop, whatever. The next is going to be one song. So you can absolutely jump over to your Spotify playlist or whatever music platform you use, and find the one song that you listened to the most this year and kind of highlight that and describe how it makes you feel. The next one is going to be one movie/TV series. So like I said, I left one film open, kind of generic, and this is a place for you to put your favorite movie or your favorite TV series. And then the next one is going to be one emotion. This one, I drew a giant circle and left room for you to add your own emoji face if you want to do that. But what was how you felt the most to summarize your year? And I know this can be a little bit complicated because it's like, how do you summarize, especially this year, into one emotion that isn't necessarily negative? But you know what? The negatives are just as important as in our life as the positivity. I do not believe in toxic positivity. So if you felt anxious and depressed this year, I think this is a great place for you to express that. The next one is going to be one surprise. So maybe you got gifted a white elephant gift that was right on the nose, or a Secret Santa or whatever. It could be that your best friend ended up pregnant, or you ended up pregnant, or anything in between, just one surprise. And finally, one quote. This one I personally don't really like because I hate quotes. I never have quote pages if you ever look through my journaling videos, but I know a lot of people do like quotes, so this is a great way to do that. So to summarize, once again, it's going to be a category for one book, one film, one picture, one landscape, one place, one song, one movie or series, one emotion, one surprise, and one quote. And if you want to, you can absolutely write a few words about why you chose that particular answer over any other options. And this fourth and final spread is the most important. I use it every single year. I love it. It's a great way to check in on yourself, and it's called the Wheel of Life. So you're going to use this spread to know exactly where you stand in all the important areas of your life and identify the ones that you'd like to focus on and develop. So this is going to summarize the reflection spreads that we did earlier and give you more of an analytical vision of it. So you're going to create 8 to 10 categories to describe the 8 sections that you liked. For example, for me, I always choose career, personal development, health, relationships, family, physical environment, and financial environment. But these categories can be twisted depending on what matters to you. We all tend to focus on certain areas of life, sometimes neglecting others that are important to us, but this will help you determine what plays a dominant role in your life. Just keep in mind that your wheel of life should include the areas that focus on your inner life and areas that are more about your relation with the world. So the first part is you're going to go through and rank where you are at the end of this year. And if you want to get a head start on your goal setting, you can absolutely add a second line of where you'd like to end your year in 2021. I know this can be a little bit difficult to determine on where you want to focus, because obviously everybody would like to be at level 10. However, I do have some more goal setting spreads for you to help you really figure out where you want to focus. I think an important quote says, you can do anything in life, you just can't do it all. So I really want you to focus on that when you are creating this wheel of life. Have fun with it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite spreads. When utilized correctly, it does amazing things for you. And that is going to wrap up the 4 spreads I do have prepared for you. Like I said, this is a great way to fill up the last pages of your bullet journal and really give you a review and remember exactly all the amazing things you did throughout the year. I do have another goal setting video coming out for you next week, which I am very excited to put out. And it's going to go hand in hand with this one. It's going to be a 2-part series, but head on over to my Instagram. I did start creating daily content on my stories over there. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.